Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 3 of the 2007 National League Division Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Mets. The Dodgers, spoiler alert, have a 2-0 lead. If you'd like to go back and watch the previous games, please do so. The pitching matchup for today is David Wells for the Dodgers and John Maine for the Mets. Of course, this series is shifted back to Shea Stadium. Lineup for the visiting Dodgers, leading off and playing shortstop, Rafael Furcal. Batting second, playing center field, Juan Pierre. Batting third and playing first base, James Loney. Cleaning up and playing second base, Jeff Kent. Batting fifth and playing third, Nomar Garcia-Parra. Batting sixth and playing right field, Matt Kemp. Batting seventh and playing left field is Andre Ethier. Batting eighth and catching is Mike Lieberthal, as Russell Martin is still out with injury. He should be able to come back for the next game. And batting ninth and pitching is David Wells. Defensive alignment behind John Maine is Moises Alou in left, Carlos Beltran in center, Sean Green in right, David Wright at third, Jose Reyes at short, Luis Castillo at second, and Carlos Delgado at first, with Paul LaDuca catching Maine. All right, and here we go. And a 1-9. Wow, and Furcal hits that one deep to left field, but just in front of the warning track is Moises Alou to make the catch. Wow, 1-14 home run chance, and that's a 15. So a loud first out, and the Mets are hoping that is not a portent of things to come. Here's Juan Pierre. 6-3. And against the lefty either side, that's a fly ball to left. 9 will most likely not be in range. It will not. So the left fielder is Alou. He is good thing that's out of range as a 4. Alou is an E8. He'll still have trouble. He needs a 7-10 to make the catch. And that's a 7, so Alou makes the nice sliding catch to retire Pierre 2 down. And here's James Loney. 4 and a 6, and he draws the 2-out walk. Not holding on Loney. That brings up Jeff Kent. Of course, part-time rental Indian at one point in his career, former Blue Jay, former Met, and former Giant. And that's to the shortstop. And Reyes is a 2. Well, should make this play. And he does. So he'll just throw to first to get Kent by half a step. And that will retire the side. So the Dodgers leave 1 on a walk, and we head to the bottom of the first. Dodgers nothing, Mets coming to bat. And the Mets batting order is Reyes, Castillo in right, Beltran, Alou, and Delgado, LaDuca, Green, and Maine. Of course, David Wells was a deadline pickup for the Dodgers. I believe it was might have been his last season in the big leagues. All right, here's the speedy Jose Reyes. 5-6. Ooh, don't want to live in that column for your David Wells. Line drive, but right at the shortstop. And Furcal makes the catch, 1 down. And here's Luis Castillo for the Miami Marlin. The Florida Marlin at the time. 4-10. Switch hitter batting right-handed. That's a fly ball to Shell left. And Ethier comes in to make the catch, 2 down. There's David Wright, the third baseman. 3-11. And it's a fly ball to right. And Kemp makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets here in the bottom of the first. And after one complete, it is no score. Garcia, Parra, Kemp, and Ethier due up here in the top of the second. And here's Nomar. 6-11. And against a righty, that's just a base hit, leadoff hit this left field. Garcia rounds and makes it back to first. They will not hold him on. And here's Mick. And on a 12, that is down into the outfield. Garcia Parra racing to third. He will make it. And the Dodgers have runners on the corners with nobody out. And the Mets will bring the infield in. They know this is pretty much all or nothing now for them. And here's Andre Ethier, infield brought in. And a 1 and a 7. Popped him up. Infield fly roll. And caught by the second baseman, 1 away. Infield still remains in for Mike Lieberthal. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And now the infield will go back to normal with 2 down for David Wells using pitcher hitting card number 2. Wells batting left-handed. Six, 8. And Wells hits a fly ball to center field in the gap, but cutting it off or being able to track it down is the center fielder, Beltran. And that will retire the side. A 1-3 triple, and that was a 6. Ooh, Wells got a hold of that one, but couldn't find grass. So the Dodgers leave 2 on 2 hits as Maine gets out of trouble. And we go to the bottom of the second. Excuse me, the Dodgers nothing and the Mets nothing. And middle of the order, Beltran, Alou, and Delgado to face Wells here in the second. Here is Beltran. 3-10. Ground ball back to the mound. Wells throws the first 1 down. Here's Moises Alou. One, 6, and that is over the left fielder's head, up against the wall, and into second with a 1-out double is Moises Alou. Here's Carlos Delgado. 2-8 against the lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike him out. 2 down. It's up to Paul LaDuca to give the Mets the lead. And that will not get the job done. Fly ball to center. And Pierre is under it. And that will retire the side. So the Mets strand a 1-out double. And we go to the top of the third. Mets nothing, Dodgers nothing. And Maine will face top of the order for Call, Pierre, and Loney. There's for Call. And that's, oh boy, ball 4. And for Call as an A Steeler being held on 1-13, 1-15 to start, held on, makes him a 13. LaDuca is a +1, so 1-14. Or do we want to do hit and run? No, they're just going to do a straight steal. So 1-14, and for Kyle, we'll take second base. That's a 5, and he is in there with a stolen base. All right, and here's James Loney. Oh, sorry, oops, not James Loney. Juan Pierre. The 1-0 pitch to Pierre. And that's a fly ball to center. And that's put away by Beltran, 1 down. And here's James Loney. Walked his first time up. 5-8. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 2 down for Jeff Kent. Two 5, and that gets down into center field for a hit. Rounding third and heading home is for Call, and the Dodgers draw first blood here in the Game 3 and lead 1-0 on the 2-out single by Jeff Kent. So the walk does come back to haunt them. And here's Nomar Garcia Parra. And that's a line drive right at the second baseman. And since we only need 1 out, that's what we're going to need. We're going to get. That will retire the side, but the Dodgers get the first run and lead 1-0 going to the bottom of the third. And due up for the Mets, Green, Maine, and Reyes. And here's Sean Green. Lefty-lefty matchup. 4-11, swung on and missed. Struck him out. And here's John Maine using pitcher hitting card number 6. Batting right-handed. .65. Batting right-handed. That's a fly ball to right. Moving back a few steps is Kemp. He's under it, puts it away, 2 down. And here's Jose Reyes. Lined out his first time up. And Reyes does not have normal power against lefties. So that will fall in for a hit. As you can see, weak against lefties. If it was against a righty, that would have been a home run. But Wells has 5-3 with a normal home run. But with Yeah, you almost have to if you're the Mets. They're going to hold them on. It starts at a 17, down to a 15, but Lieberthal has a +1 arm. So 1-16. And that's a 14, so he steals second. And that'll bring up Castillo to try to drive him in. Six, 9. Shortstop chance. A 6 will be in range. And Furcal will handle that and retire the side. Yep, that's a 6. Yep, so Furcal throws out Castillo, and that retires the side. Going to the top of the 4th, Dodgers lead 1-0. Kemp, Ethier, and Lieberthal due up. And here's the pitch to Kemp. And that's a 13, so that's hangs up a little bit just so that Beltran can make the catch and retire Kemp 1 away. Oops. And here's Andre Ethier. Popped out his first time up. And that's a 1-9 single chance. The 6 falls in. It just gets over the head of the second baseman and falls in for a hit. And Ethier will not be held on. There's Mike Lieberthal. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And brings up David Wells with 2 outs and runner on first, and they'll just let him swing away. And swung on and missed, struck him out. So that is the 4th strikeout for Maine. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers lead 1-0. And Wells will face Wright, Beltran, and Alou here in the bottom of the 4th. Oh, and Wright just missed one to right field, and once again, Kemp makes the catch. Boy, 2-4 would have been automatic home run, but just got under it. 1 away. There's Carlos Beltran. .59 switch hitter batting. Oh wow! Against right-hander, that's a weak ground ball in the short. And Furcal throws out Beltran, 2 down. There's Moises Alou, only one of 2 Mets hits. He doubled his first time up. And Furcal is a 6. Well, once again on a 6, we'll throw out Alou on a little tougher play, but 1, 2, 3 go the Mets here in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. And 3rd time through the order for the Dodgers. Furcal, Pierre, and Loney. And here's the pitch to Furcal. And that's a catcher chance. Let's see if this will be caught in fair or foul territory. Leduca as a 3, be caught in foul territory. And that retires for Cal, 1 away. There's one Pierre. 3-10 against Ray. Ground ball to short. And Reyes throws out Pierre. 2 down. Here's James Loney. 1-10. Ground ball to third. And David Wright throws out Loney. And 1-2-3 go the Dodgers here in the 5th. This is the point of weakness inning for David Wells. As he has faced only 2 over the minimum. So let's see if we can continue this if you're a Dodgers fan. All right, here's Delgado. Struck out his first time up. .39. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. And Delgado has not been able to solve David Wells today. As not many of the Mets batters have either. Here's Leduca. 6-7. That's a 6, so that'll get down. And all the way to the wall and into second with a double is Leduca. And the Dodgers will get bullpen action. Chad Billingsley and Scott Proctor are loosening in the pen. And here's Sean Green, and they'll most likely get a pinch hitter for for Maine if Green gets on. And a 1-6. Ground ball to short. It looks the runner back to second. And that will retire Green. And you almost have to do it with the runner in scoring position. You want to try to tie the game. So they will get a pinch hitter, and Mike Pelfrey is loosening in the pen. He will come on. And actually, they'll get Jorge Sosa loosening in the pen as well. Let's see here. Andy Chavez will make his first appearance in the series, I believe. So Maine faced 21 batters through 5 innings, and they'll see if he can't get the job done here. 2 down, runner on second, 1-0. Dodgers lead. 4-4. Third base chance. It's an 18 for Garciaparra. He should be able to make this play, and he does. So, tough ground ball for Garciaparra, and the in-between hop throws it to first and gets Chavez. And that will retire the side. So, after 5 complete, it is the Dodgers 1 and the Mets 0. And here comes Jorge Sosa to pitch for Maine. Kent, Garciaparra, and Kemp due up here in the top or bottom of the 5th. Or top of the 6th, sorry. Top of the 6th. All right, here's Kent. 5-12. First base chance. That is Loney as a 2 and a 16. Nice play going towards the line. Throws to, whoops. Delgado's a 4, excuse me. 4 and a 16. And Delgado plays it off the tough hop. Throws it to Sosa covering. And that will retire Kent. 1 down. And here's Noma. Singled and lined out in 2 appearances. And that's to the center fielder. Beltran's a 1, so he'll take care of that. 2 down. And here's Matt Kemp. Kemp is 1 for 2 with a single. For 8, and he draws a 2-out walk. So Kemp has been on base 2 out of 3 times today. Here's Andre Ethier, singled his last time up. For 10 against the lefty, he draws a walk. So Sosa having a little bit of control issues here. There's Mike Lieberthal. The Dodgers still have Billingsley loosening. They will get a pinch hitter for Wells if needed. 5-9. And that gets down the left field line. Scoring from second is Kemp, not holding Ethier on. So starts at a 13. That is to left field. Alou is a +1. So start 12 not being held on makes him a 13. 2 outs makes him a 15. You add 2. Alou is a +1, so 1 to 16. And this will be a 2-run double. They will send him home. Here's the throw. And he's in there. So 2-run double for Mike Lieberthal. And at this point, they will let Wells hit for himself. Actually, wait a minute. Yes, but they will have a very short leash when he comes out to pitch in the 6th. And here's the pitch to Wells. One, 2, ground ball back to the mound. And Sosa will throw to first to get Wells, but the Dodgers extend their lead out to 3-0. Going to the bottom of the 6th, and as Mets are almost starting to run out of outs here. Top of the order, Reyes, Castillo, and Wright. Billingsley is ready if needed. And here's here's Reyes. 4-6. And that's a base hit. We'll let him go maybe one more batter, or if he allows another base runner, then they will go to Billingsley. And here's Castillo. And the run doesn't mean anything, so I'm not going to send him. Here's Castillo. He will hold Reyes on definitely. And ground ball to second. Only play for Kent is to go to first. And here's David Wright. Here's the pitch to David Wright. 2-7. And that's a 6. And that gets down and past the center fielder. Scoring from second is Reyes. Into second with a one-out double is David Wright. The Mets get on the board 3-1, and that will be it for David Wells. And here comes Chad Billingsley. He will face Beltran with the Mets trailing 3-1. 5-4 catcher chance. That will be in range for Lieberthal. 3 and a 3. Popped him up. Foul territory. And making the catch is Lieberthal. Well, that 3 was the good spot where it wasn't a pass ball chance. So Beltran slams his bat on the way back to the dugout. And here's Moises Alou, doubled and grounded out in 2 appearances. And here's the pitch to Alou. 6-7, draws a walk. And here's Carlos Delgado, struck out twice against David Wells, so he's happy to see a different pitcher possibly. For 8, yes he is, and that will get into the gap. Scoring from second is David Wright. Alou runs at a 11, not being held on, makes him a 12 with 2 outs. Makes him a 14. That is going to center field. Pierre is a +3. So, yeah, we're going to test that arm. So, 12, 14, 1-17, Alou will score. Oh, and it's a 19, and he is out at the plate. And that retires the side. Unbelievable. I got a 75% chance you got to send them. So the Mets get 2, but let's see if that's a series-ending game changer there. And now due up for the Dodgers in the top of the 7th is top of the order for Kyle, Pierre, and Loney. Sosa will come out for his second inning of work. And Mike Pelfrey is loosening in the pen. Along with Joe Smith and Scott Schoenweiss are loosening in the pen. So they'll sit down Pelfrey. 4-10. Switch hitter betting left-handed, and Sosa walks for call. And for call, Once again, a stealer starts him at a 15, down to a 13 for being held on, but back up to a 14 because of LaDuca's arm. They will send him 1 to 14. And that's a 9. And Furcal steals second. And here's a 1 Pierre. Oh for 3. And to the second base that's not in range for Castillo. He is an E6, 5 to 12. And that's a 7, so that's handled by the second baseman. 1 away. Now I am using the super advanced base runner advancement. So ground ball to second, that runner goes to third. 1 away. And Sosa will come out and we'll bring in Schoenweiss for the lefty-lefty matchup. And the infield will be brought in. 1 down, 3-2 Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Loney. One 9 swung on and missed, struck him out. Big strikeout. Infield goes back to normal depth. Here's Jeff Kent, drove in the first run of the game with an RBI single. Three 5. Not a 1, but that will get the job done for the Dodgers. That's into the gap. Scoring from third is Furcal. And into second with a 2-out double is Jeff Kent. And the Dodgers expand their lead to 4 to 2. And here's Nomar Garciaparra. Six, and that is higher than a 7. So Wright is able to get it and throw to first to retire Garciaparra. Stretch time here in Shea Stadium. Dodgers expanded their lead 4 to 2. And we'll just sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Billingsley will stay on. It's going to be LaDuca, Green, and a pinch hitter for Schoenweiss. And Joe Smith is going to come into the game. Scott Proctor and Jonathan Bruxton are loosening in the pen. All right, so here's LaDuca. And that's a base hit into left field. So LaDuca is 2 for 3, a single and a double. And here's Sean Green. Not holding on LaDuca. .311 ground ball to first. Only play is for first for Loney. And he'll throw it to Billingsley covering, 1 down. Going to second is LaDuca. And being called back is Schoenweiss. And Marlon Anderson will be called on to pinch hit for Schoenweiss. As Leduca sits on second with 1 out. And here's Anderson. 5-12, first base X. That is for Loney this time. 2 and a 16. And once again, he will throw to Billingsley covering. Going to third is Leduca. And there are 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for Jose Reyes. Five, 8, swung on and missed. Got him. So big run left on at third. And we'll go to the top of the 8th. Joe Smith will come into the game to pitch. And Jonathan Broxton will continue to loosen. He will come into the game to replace Billingsley in 8th. So Schoenweiss will sit. Here comes Joe Smith, a former Cleveland Indian and Cleveland Guardian. So Schoenweiss got his 2 outs that he needed. And Kemp, Ethier, and Lieberthal due up. And Kemp is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk in 3 appearances. 2-6 ground ball to third. And Wright will throw out Kemp. 1 down. Here's Andre Ethier. 2-4 against a righty. That's a pop up into foul territory behind home plate. And Leduca throws off the mask and puts it away. 2 down. And here's Lieberthal, whose RBI double gave the Dodgers a little bit of breathing room. 4-12. And that's a ground ball to second. 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers here. And they have to make a decision because they would like to do a double switch. Timeout. All right, so the double switch is that Wilson Valdez will come into the game and play third base, replacing Garcia Parra, and Jonathan Broxton will come in to replace Chad Billingsley. And Broxton will face Castillo, Wright, and Beltran. And the Mets will get Pedro Feliciano loosening in the pen for the 8th. And Broxton v. Castillo. Or in the 9th, sorry. They'll get bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Dodgers. And that's a shortstop chance. 14 will be in range for the shortstop for call. And he will make the play to retire Castillo one away. Here's David Wright. To 11. And that ball is one hop the wall. And back-to-back doubles and back-to-back at-bats for David Wright. And one out double for the Mets. And here's Carlos Beltran. He's 0 for 3, so they'll let him pitch to him, but this is not a guy you really want to face with being the tying run. 4-7 struck him out. 2 down. That's a big out. And here's Moises Alou. Actually, that will get Billy Wagner loosening in the pen as well. 5-12. Second base chance for Kent. He is an E19, as that will not be in range. A 7-10 or 12. And that's a 9, so that will be a good play by Kent. Throws out Alou, and that will retire the side. Go to the top of the 9th. We will get Feliciano to come out. Smith did his inning of work. Takashi Saito is loosening in the pen. And it will be Valdez for call and Pierre to face Feliciano, fourth reliever for the Mets. Five, and that's right there. It goes off the wall. It takes a funny carom, and heading to third is Valdez with a leadoff triple. Oh boy. Valdez had one triple on the year, so what do we save it for? Infield will be brought in. And here's for call. So they're in. He'll be a C bunter. Nah, they won't do the squeeze here. The self-sacrificing squeeze, I guess we'll call it now. 2-4. Against the lefty, it's a ground ball back to the mound. Let's see, ground ball B. Batter is safe. They tried to go on contact, and they will get the runner at home. So 1-2 on the out. And Furcal will take on the base paths. They will not send him. Well, they probably should. Here's a 1 Pierre, 0 for 4. Two 9 against the lefty. That's a base hit into left field, so he's not exactly fooled 2 out of the 3 batters so far. Left fielder is Alou being held on. 16 back to a 17. There's the throw to third. And that's a 7, and he will make it. Yeah, against the lefty, there is no, they can go 2 bases. So first and third, and Billy Wagner is loosening in the pen. Infield brought in. And here's Lummy. A walk and 2 strikeouts and 4 at-bats. 4-10. Center field chance. Beltran on a 3 probably doesn't prevent a run from scoring, but they'll get an out. One and no! On a 3, it's too shallow, and everybody holds. Wow. So anything except a 3 or an 8 on the 20 would have scored the runner from third, but they do not. But now you bring up Jeff Kent. Not with first base was open, we'd put him on, and then force the hand with the pitcher spot. In fact, that's what I think we may do anyways. So they'll put on Kent, I should say. So for the intentional walk, loading the bases, and they'll let one of the bench players come in. And look at Luis Gonzalez in at bat. So bases loaded. Lefty-lefty matchup. Which actually helps out the Mets a little bit. But we'll see. 4-10. And that ball's hit the center field, and Beltran makes the nice running catch to retire the side. Wow, anybody other than Beltran, and that's down for a hit. But because Beltran's a 1, he will make the play. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Here comes Takashi Saito. And Mets will have Delgado, LaDuca, and we'll see if they leave Green in to hit for his spot. So out comes Broxton. Here comes Saito. See if the Mets can get some 9th inning magic to save their season. Here's Delgado. 2-7, ground ball to, that was a 1. Ground ball to second. And Kent throws out LaDuca, 1 down. Throws out Delgado. Here's Paul LaDuca. Singled and doubled in 3 attempts. 1-9, and that's a ground ball to short. 2 down, last chances for Sean Green. 3-9, and swung on and missed, struck him out, and the Dodgers move on to the National League Championship Series with a 4-2 win. We'll be right back with the line score. All right, final line score, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Dodgers, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Mets. Winning pitcher is David Wells. Okay. You will get the win. John Maine, your losing pitcher. And Saito gets the save. All right, next game on the channel will be Game 3 between the Rockies and the Cubs. And we'll get to it when I can. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have not already subscribed, I would hope you would do so. And if you do, hit the bell icon to be notified of, and then hit all notifications to receive any notifications of any videos. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.